This week, we're going to have, or we're going to start lesson number 7 from unit number 2. This is actually the last lesson of this unit. Why? Because after this, we have one more activity. Remember that you can see the sequence of this course if you go to our website on Classroom. Let me share this with you. And if you go to our website, this is actually the first post that I created here. Let me share the screen with you so you can check the dates for the activities. I'm going here to screen share, and I'm going to select the classroom activity. All right, there you go. Okay, you can see again, as I said, today is Monday, the 14th of March, and we are here with lesson number 7, starting your business. And as you can see, next week we're going to have a quiz, which is going to be related to companies. And probably you are guessing what is going to be the quiz about. Well, the second quiz, and you guess right, is going to be mostly about vocabulary about companies. You see that we've been practicing a lot of new terms. For some of you are doing a great job on Quizlet, and I'm glad about it. I'm really happy that you guys are learning more new vocabulary and also are practicing. And again, let me go back really quick to lesson number 7, starting your business. This video is actually to tell you what you're going to do with this activity. Okay, let me move on to another screen. Let me switch it, and this time I'm going to share the lesson. All right, now here on the lesson, the name of this activity is starting your own business. I've been telling you for the past 2 weeks that starting your own company, it's a great idea. And why? Well, because we mentioned one activity is that you can be your own boss. And being your own boss is cool. Being your own boss, I can tell you that from my own point of view, being your own boss is great. You feel great because you are actually doing what you enjoy doing, right? There is a saying that that goes like this: find a job that you enjoy and you won't work for the rest of your life. And I'm pretty sure that here there are a lot of people who actually want to start your own company. So the reason why I named this activity starting your own business is because actually you are going to start your own business. And I can see that Gonzalo is here. Okay, hi Gonzalo, how are you this morning?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure, pretty well. How are you?
Okay. I'm fine.
All right, awesome.
I don't know
Okay.
if
Gonzalo, so can you see my screen? Can you see that I am sharing a PDF with you?
yes, I can see it.
All right, okay. So here, I guess all the questions are going to be addressed to you, Gonzalo. By the way, thank you for joining me this morning. So on question number 1, it says, there is a quote by Milton Berle, an American actor, that says, if opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. All right. What probably some people who are watching this video, they don't understand the word or the verb knock. All right. Knock means when you knock a door. If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. What do you think, Gonzalo, that this actor means by that?
Maybe it's build opportunity, no? It's maybe, yeah, made that things happen.
Yeah,
To,
yeah,
maybe.
of course, there is not going to be a person calling to your door and saying, "Hey, Gonzalo, do you want me to help you with your company? Do you want me to help you to create your own company?" No, I mean, if there is not an opportunity, maybe you're looking for a job or will be looking for a job very soon. Okay, you need to create that opportunity. Do you agree, Gonzalo?
Yes, maybe you don't have to. Voy a decir en español. No tienes como que el camino.
Yeah, you create your way, or what do you want to say? You create
Um,
your own way?
yes, and you create your own way to
Uh-huh.
see what you can do with what you have, not
Yeah.
what your experience.
Uh-huh.
Maybe you don't have enough experience to run a business. You need
Uh-huh.
maybe some experience on being a trabajador más de una empresa.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So you don't want to be one more number, right? You don't want to be one more, like a regular worker, right? Now,
Yes.
this leads me, Gonzalo, this takes me to the second question. Would you like to start your own business? Why or why not?
Yes, I would like to start my own business in some
Uh-huh.
moment.
All right.
Not now because I don't feel confident about what I know. I
Yeah.
would like to go to organization and learn about how they work,
Yeah.
and maybe um, know people for have some contacts when
Yeah.
I have my own business.
All right. You mean networking, right? To create
Yes,
contacts, to make contacts. So what are you studying, Gonzalo?
I'm studying Administración y Control de Calidad, Quality Management.
All right, quality management. All right. And what kind of business would you like to start?
I was looking for make a security business
Ah,
about
yeah, you told me.
quality.
I remember that. You are from
Yeah,
Salamanca, right?
yeah, right.
Yeah, I remember it was a couple lessons ago that you mentioned to us that you want to start a security company, and I think that you have the opportunity there, right? Maybe in the future or eventually you will be able to start your own company. Okay, so now let's move on to the third question, Gonzalo. What are the most basic things you need to start a new business?
I think the experience is more
All right.
is the big
Okay.
one.
Experience
Uh,
is one. Uh-huh.
I know that you need money, but
Yeah, money. Uh-huh.
you can probably work without money. You can work with money of someone else.
Uh-huh. Yes, that's right. And that's what you call investors, right? You invite people to invest money on your idea, on your company, right? Okay, so you mentioned experience and investors or money, right? Is there any other idea that you can come up with?
Um, no sé cómo decir en inglés, pero las ganas creo que principalmente también.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Let me say this. This is will. Will, how do you spell that? It's W-I-L-L. The will, the trust in yourself to do this, all right? Will, the same as for the one we use for the future, right? It's ganas in Spanish, okay? So it's experience, money, and will, all right? Okay, I think that when we start a company, maybe we don't have money, as you said. Maybe we don't have a experience, but we have the will. right? We believe in our idea. We think that our idea is going to grow eventually. So sharing with you something really quick, Gonzalo, when I started my company, my translation company, I started with 1,000 pesos. Yeah. 1,000 pesos to start my company. And it was basically, I told you a couple lessons ago that I have a translation company. And in this company, let me mute this really quick. In this company, actually, we didn't need a lot of money. Why not? Well, because we needed a website. And for that website to run, we need to pay for the domain name and the hosting. That's actually what we use the money for. We paid a graphic designer just a part to create a logo for us. And basically, I think the rest of the money that we used it to pay publicity on Facebook. And that's how we started, right? So with the idea that people will get to know our work, and eventually we would be getting jobs, and we would get money, and then that money invested on growing, on creating an infrastructure for us to grow. All right. So basically, sometimes, Gonzalo, and this is from my experience, sometimes you don't have money and you don't have the experience. That's why you are starting your own company. Okay, let's move on to question number 4, Gonzalo. It says, what would be the benefits of running your own business? What problems could you face? Write down at least 5 advantages and 5 disadvantages below. All right, let's see the advantages. Advantages, we said, being your own boss. All right, that's an advantage. You decide what to do with your time. All right. On the other hand, a disadvantage can be that when you start your business, you need to invest a lot of time, right? You need to work really hard. Sometimes there are no weekends for you to enjoy. Sometimes you need to work more than 8 hours. All right. So one advantage, being your own boss. One disadvantage, you need to work a lot of time if you want your company to be successful. Okay. Is there any other advantage that you can think of, Gonzalo?
Maybe in some moment of the life of the company, it will be automatic. You don't need to be there for the company. It will work alone. You will have your workers, and they will do the job for you.
Yes. Yes. Is that a disadvantage, do you think, or an advantage?
It is an advantage.
All right. Okay. So now, also, another idea that I am thinking of right now is that decision making. Basically, when you are the boss of your company, the decisions you take, right? Basically, you make them. They can be good decisions, they can be bad decisions. Time will tell you, but you are the one who makes decisions. When you work for a big company, I don't know, General Motors, Coca-Cola, you actually just follow instructions from your boss, right? And here you make the decisions. You take the decisions, and again, that could be a problem. I don't know. I mean, time will tell. And is there any other disadvantage that you can think of, Gonzalo?
Maybe at the start of a company, you need to be there. You need to stay always on there. Maybe you can't do a lot of things that you like to do. because you don't have enough free time, and
Yeah.
maybe yeah,
Let's
go.
say that you want to open a coffee shop. And again, you need to invest a lot of money, a lot of time. And one of the disadvantage is that you may not have a lot of money to start your business. And now you owe money to your investors. So you need to be working to pay back that debt. So maybe for the first 3 years, you won't have any money with you. Why not? Because you are going to be paying back to your investors, right? So eventually, maybe 4 years later, right, you are going to start making real money for you, right? So that's another disadvantage. Okay. Now, for homework, you are going to think or come up with 3 more ideas for advantages and 3 more ideas for disadvantages. Why? Because right now, I want you to go to this exercise, 2.6.5. And there is a question, there are a couple questions here that says, what conditions are important for people starting new businesses? Choose the 3 most important from this list and write them below. Can you think of any others? Okay, here on these 3 lines, you are going to select the 3 most important things for you to start a new business. And you're going to get these ideas from here, from this box. Let's see one by one. The first one says low taxes. Okay, low taxes, for the people who don't understand this, is impuestos bajos. So basically what it means is that you start your company, your security company, Gonzalo, and you ask for a loan to the bank, right? You ask for un préstamo al banco. You ask for a loan. And the bank says, all right, Gonzalo, I will lend you the money, but the taxes for that loan, it's 20%. And you're going to be thinking like, whoo, those taxes are really high. I need to find something low, something like 12%, 10%. Okay, so that's what I mean by low taxes. The second one is good transport links. And what I mean by this is that, let's say that you start your security company, but it's really, really way outside of the city, and people, they don't have a way to get to your place. It means that it's really hard to get physically to your facilities, to your place. All right. That's why maybe you need like a good transportation route, sorry, like buses or Ubers or, or taxis to get there. The next one is skilled staff, right? Maybe, and the skilled staff means un staff habilidoso. Maybe at the beginning it's just you, right? So when you start your company, it's like, hey, this company is really small. It's just me and my friend, or me and my mom, or me and my brother, and maybe you don't have a way to have a skilled staff because you are just starting. But again, time will give you experience. The next point is training courses. In Spanish could be something as cursos de capacitación. Okay, and again, maybe you need this. It's important for you guys to grow your company. Then low interest rates, right? What is the difference between low taxes and low interest rates? Low interest rates, it's when you start your company, the government gives you an incentive, right? And they say like, for the first 3 years, 5 years, we're going to pay a low interest rate because you are starting a new company. And we know that it's hard to start a company in general, not only in this country, but in general. So we're going to give you low interest rates so you can pay your loan, you can pay your investors, right? So we're going to give you a special price for the interest. Okay, high unemployment. What this means is that you need to think of una tasa de desempleo elevada. Is this beneficial for you, or is this beneficial for your company? Maybe not, right? Because if people are unemployed, maybe they are not going to consume your product or your service. So is this a good idea to have good high unemployment? Cheap rents. Here in Guanajuato City, rents are super high. They want to charge you for a small space. They want to charge you no less than 5,000 pesos per month. The next one is a strong currency. A strong currency refers to our money, right? Right now, our Mexican peso is 20 pesos and 20 pesos and 80 cents. And you see that it's really hard because we have a war going on, unfortunately, between Ukraine and Russia. So right now, all the economies around the world are suffering. And here we have a healthy economy. This morning, we woke up with the news that the United States have a higher inflation than Mexico, right? And of course, it's not only happening in Mexico and the United States, it's happening around the world, again, because of the war. Hopefully, or luckily, let's pray that we finish. I mean, we see the ending of this war like anytime soon. The next one is government grants. By government grants, it means the support that the government gives you to start your company, right? Grants in this context can mean something like apoyo gubernamental. The next one is a stable political situation, right? I don't know if you consider this important in a country. Yeah, maybe yes. If you have a lot of decisions that are being taken and they don't tell you what is going to happen with your company in the next few months, well, you may think twice about your decision of starting your own company. And finally, an easy access to credit. What is this? An easy access to credit is that when you are just finishing your studies, maybe you are like 23, 24 years old, and you go to the bank and you want to start your security company, Gonzalo. You go to the bank and say to the bank, hey, listen, I want to start my company. Could I get a loan? Can I get some money to start my company? And probably the bankers are going to say like, I don't know who you are, Gonzalo. Okay, I don't know anything about your credit history. I don't know if you are a good client. I don't know if you're going to pay me back or not. So this is probably something important for you to consider. Are you going to have an easy access to credit? So out of these characteristics, Gonzalo, which is the most important for you? Which would be your number one?
Maybe the more important for me will be skilled staff.
All right. Yes. Okay. So you would write number one is skilled staff. Okay. What would be your second most important?
A healthy economy.
Healthy economy. All right. Okay. That's good. Again, if we don't have a healthy economy, then your company could disappear. All right. And number three?
Maybe as easy access to credit,
yes.
Because we always need money for make an investment on the enterprise.
Yes, an easy access to credit. All right. Thank you for sharing your three ideas, Gonzalo. I totally agree with you, and probably your partners, they are going to say three different things on you. And here we don't have like wrong or correct answers. It's just sharing your opinions. Now, let's move on, Gonzalo, to the next page. And this one, it's an entrepreneurial business plan. And this is going to be super helpful for you since you want to start your security company. It says, now it's your turn to be the entrepreneur. You will create a PowerPoint presentation. In it, you will include at least 6 slides with an entrepreneurial business plan about anything you like. It can be realistic or imaginary. All right. So let's say, Gonzalo, that you want to start your company, your security company. Think about this one. Your business plan should include, number one, an executive summary. What is that? This is an overview of the business you want to start. So tell me in a paragraph, Gonzalo, why do you want to start this company? Tell me a general idea of this security company. Number two, a short description of the business opportunity. And the question here is, who are you? Probably this question sounds crazy, but what I'm trying to ask is, who are you? Tell me, don't tell me I am Gonzalo, I am from Salamanca, I like soccer. No. What I want to tell me is, why did you become interested in the topic of security? Like, for instance, in my case, Gonzalo, I was interested in the topic of translating languages. I always loved translating languages. And I had some experience, I had some passion that I wanted to share with the world. So that's why I'm asking, who are you? Then the next question is, what do you plan to sell or to offer? Because remember, it can be a product or a service. In this case, your service is going to be security, but is it going to be security for people, I mean, in their houses? Is it going to be security for musicians at concerts? I don't know. You're going to tell us. All right, Gonzalo? Now, the next question is, why do you want to do this? And the next question is, who do you want to sell to? Who's going to be your main target? Okay, as again, I remember you sharing with me that you plan to share this idea, to sell this idea to families in Salamanca, right? But eventually you say like, oh, my idea is successful, and now people from Irapuato are starting to ask me about my service. People from León are starting to ask for my service. People from Guadalajara, Monterrey, Mexico City, etc., etc. Number three, your marketing and sales strategy. Why do you think people will buy what you want to sell? How do you plan to sell them? In my case, my marketing strategy, as I told you, we started paying Facebook ads, and also we started paying Google publicity. So how are you going to advertise your company? Maybe you're going to advertise it on Instagram or on TikTok or on Facebook, whatever. So please tell me what is going to be your strategy. Number four, your management team and personnel, your staff. What are your skills, experience, and qualification? What kind of people will you want to employ? Okay, so here, write down the idea, or it can be bullet points, and tell me what kind of people you want to work for you and with you. All right, maybe it's going to be your family. That's fine, but what kind of abilities do you want them to have? Number five, your operations. Where will you run your business? In what city or what place of the city will you have your business? What equipment will you need? What IT will you need? By IT means information technology. So will you need computers? Will you need some software? Will you need some specific gadgets related to security? Okay. Then the financial forecast, the last question. The financial forecast means proyecciones financieras. How much money will you need to get started? I want to give me a general idea on how much money. right? Maybe you're going to say like, I need to start my company. I need 1 million pesos. Now, why do you need this million pesos? Or what are you going to buy with this million pesos? And then how much will you sell your product or your service for, right? Maybe you're going to charge a fixed rate to your users or to your consumers. Then how much profit will you make in the first, second, and third years of business, right? So you can tell me how much profit. ¿Cuánta ganancia vas a sacar en el primero, segundo y tercer año de tu negocio? And finally, when and how will you pay your investors back? ¿Cuándo y cómo le vas a pagar a tus inversionistas? When and how? All right, maybe you're going to pay your investors back on the first year. And how much? Is this going to be 100% or maybe 25%? Okay, so you decide that. So you will create this PowerPoint. And then with your PowerPoint, let's move on to exercise number 7. It says, once you finish your PowerPoint presentation of your business plan, you will use Loom. What is Loom? Here is the link to Loom. I will show it to you in a few minutes. To record and share your presentation with your partners on Padlet by using this link. Okay, so let me go back a little bit. So you will create your business plan, number 1, with all these elements, all right, with all these 6 elements. Number 2, you will create a PowerPoint with those ideas and put them in a PowerPoint. Number 3, you will use this software that is called Loom to record your presentation. Loom, it's a free software that helps you to record presentations. And this time, after you record your presentation, you are going to share it with us on Padlet so we can see your presentation, the presentation of your business idea. And it says here, in case you are new to Loom, means in case you don't know how to use Loom, here's a video tutorial on how to use it. It's super simple. Basically, you just create an account and then open your PowerPoint presentation and hit record, and then you're going to be starting recording your presentation. Number 8, at the end of the document, you will include a screenshot as evidence that you created and posted your presentation on Padlet. Okay. Whew, that's a lot of work. All right, that's a lot of work. So this activity or this lesson, it's only 3 pages long. So you might be thinking like, oh, okay, it's short. Well, it's actually going to be a little bit hard. What do you think, Gonzalo?
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
All right, so let's repeat the steps. All right, so number 1, you're going to create your business idea. Okay. Number 2, what is it going to be? Number 2, tell me. Remember?
It's ¿cómo se dice? Vamos a integrar esto, ¿no?
Yeah.
Steps.
How are we going to integrate this?
In a presentation?
In a PowerPoint presentation, yes. Okay, so we have the idea. The number 2 is the PowerPoint. Number 3, it's we're going to record the presentation. All right. And the tool that we're going to use for this presentation is Loom. Let me click here so I can go to Loom. And okay, and here, let me share Loom with you. Okay, now you are seeing Loom right now. Here on Loom, you're going to go here and you are going to create a new presentation. If you don't know how to use this, I share with you I share with you a link that explains how to use it, how to use Loom. Okay. Let me move there. Where is it?
Hi, I'm Amanda from Loom, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to get started with using Loom. First, an introduction to our recorders. My personal favorite and daily recorder is our desktop app, mainly because it has helpful features like HD recording as well as custom size recording. Also, can't forget our drawing tool. You can use our Chrome extension for integrations like Zendesk, Slack.
Can you see it, Gonzalo?
Also handy for sharing recordings directly through Chrome.
Yes.
All right.
If you're recording on the go, you can download our mobile app, which is available for iOS and Android devices. Before you get started with the desktop app, you're going to want to take a look at your different capture options. Starting with your camera, so you can see I'm recording with my screen and camera.
All right, so you get the idea, okay, of how to use Loom. Okay, so then you're going to go to Padlet, and here on Padlet, let me open this for you. Okay, here on Padlet, you are going to share with us your presentation so we all can watch it. Right, so this is a long activity and it's going to take you what, 2 hours, maybe 2 hours to prepare the whole thing. And when you finish and you share your Padlet, take the screenshot, you're going to go back to the lesson right here and you are going to share your evidence right here. It says, finally, paste your screenshot taken from Padlet as evidence of your work here. Okay. So this is the end of unit number 2. It says for you. And here I am sharing that if you want to start your own company, Gonzalo, if you don't know how to do this, here are some ideas that I am sharing with you. It says, it takes courage and perseverance to start a business and to pull a team of talented people together. But when you make the commitment to move forward, you also make a great contribution to your community. The following website contains helpful tips and a wealth of business building resources and tools on how to start a business. So if you don't know how to structure your business plan, click on this link and it's going to take you to a website that is going to give you ideas on how to start your business. All right. And the last activity, as I said, you're going to take a screenshot on Padlet and you're going to paste it here. All right, Gonzalo. Okay, you have an entire week to do this. I understand that it's going to be hard, it's going to be difficult, but you have 8 days to do this. All right, you have an entire week to finish it. Okay, so I know it's overwhelming, but I trust that you can do this. Are there any questions or comments that you would like to add, Gonzalo?
No, it's pretty clear.
All right.
A lot of work, but it's
okay.
Fine.
And trust me, Gonzalo, this is going to help you a lot for your security company. And why am I saying this? Well, because sometimes we just have the idea, but we don't know how to execute it. Basically, this idea, the name executive, it refers basically to execute your plans, to transform them into a reality. When I started my company, this is something that I follow. Okay, I follow these 6 steps. Okay, so my recommendation is that if you want to start your company and if you want it to be successful, you should create a business plan. All right. So if there are no more comments to make, I think we're going to stop right here. There's one more thing that I just remember. Next week, is going to be our second quiz. So this means that next Monday, I will publish the second quiz at 8 o'clock in the morning, and you will have an entire week to complete it. And again, this quiz is going to be vocabulary related to companies. Okay, and you can do whenever you can do the quiz. You have an entire week, but please do not wait till the last minute, because the quiz finishes at 11:45 p.m. Next Monday. Okay, so be careful with that. Are there any other things that we need to comment, Gonzalo?
No, I think it's fine. I got it.
All right, so no class